Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is Dustin Dennison coming at you again with another how to drive a stick shift video. I believe this is lesson 37. I don't know, I'll probably have to say it in the title, or write it in the title. I did actually speak in this video, but I decided to do voiceover instead. So I deleted the audio and then decided to do this voiceover. So obviously I'm parked right now. Here in a moment, you're going to see me. In order to start this vehicle, right there, I have to push the clutch pedal in and turn the key. The vehicle wasn't, I believe it was in first gear, so I had to put it in neutral, put the parking brake down, put it in first gear. Then to take off, you have to push the gas pedal in just a little bit and slowly release the clutch pedal. Now I believe I'm in third gear. No, there I was in first. Now I'm in second. Now I'm in third. Here's the thing. This is a 2007 Mazda 6 with a 2.3 liter engine. It's a 4-cylinder 5-speed. The speeds of all the different gears, 0 to 10 is first gear, 10 to 20 is second gear, 20 to 30 is third gear, 30 to 40 is fourth gear. Anything above 40 miles an hour is fifth gear. Now, here's the thing about that. You need to shift. You also need to keep an eye on your RPMs. You need to shift at no lower than 2,000 RPMs and no higher than 3,000 RPMs. Now, people have said you need to shift as soon as you hit 2,000. People have said you need to shift when you hit 2,500. And some people said you can wait until you hit 3,000 RPMs in order to shift. I like to go all over that. I like to shift no lower than 2, no higher than 3. Here's the thing about that, though, where I was going to get to is that when I'm on the interstate in this vehicle and doing 70 mile an hour in fifth gear, I'm above 3,000 RPMs, but I can't shift any higher than 5 gears, so I have to just deal with it. And on top of that as well, the reason I said you not only need to learn how to drive while watching your speed limit, but also watching your RPMs is because when you go to skip gears, now I don't skip gears I don't skip gears any more than, there's 2 ways I skip gears. There's first, second, third, fifth, and first, second, fourth, fifth. Now, I have gone from first to third to fifth for a YouTube video. I will not go from first to fourth or from second to fifth or anything like that. When you skip gears, your RPMs are going to go a little bit higher. That's because you're skipping gears if you choose to do that. I don't do that very often, but when I do, it all depends on the situation. Sometimes I do skip gears. Most of the time, though, I like to use all my gears. Now, here's the thing. When you want to downshift, there's multiple ways of stopping and or slowing down in a stick shift vehicle. My favorite is to downshift. When you want to downshift, I don't like to go any faster than about 10 to 15 miles an hour over the speed I'm trying to downshift to. What I mean by that is if I'm doing 60 miles an hour in fifth gear, I will slow down to 55 before I shift down into fourth. I will slow down to 35 before I shift into, 45 before I shift into third. 35 before I shift into second, downshift into second, and 15 or actually 20 to I don't like to be doing 25 mile an hour. If I do decide to downshift into first, it's only for a YouTube video. I don't do that while I'm just regularly driving. But if I were to do that, it would be no faster than about 20 to 25 miles an hour. Actually, I would take that back. It would be no more than 20 miles an hour. Now, in terms of, some people say that you can drive a stick without using the clutch pedal. I have seen videos myself of people doing that. I will not do that. I won't do that even for a YouTube video. I have seen people do it. You have to do it just right. You don't where you shift at the right speed and you shift at the exact right time. However, I will not do that even for a YouTube video, and I won't recommend it. Now, I've said this before, when you learn how to drive a stick shift, when you're just starting out, start in a parking lot. The reason a lot of my videos are taking place on the open road, if you will, is because I already know how to drive a stick. But if I were just learning, when I was just starting out, I learned how to drive in a parking lot. Now, I'm trying to think of anything else I may need to cover. I have taken off from second gear before. I have had people, that's something else I wanted to say. People that told me when I first learned how to drive a stick, they said, you can take off from second gear. Yes, you can. I've done that for videos, and I've done that myself. I don't do it regularly because it's just difficult, and it can be very hard on the transmission. And if the transmission goes out on a manual vehicle, you're SOL. Now, also, when you're wanting to, I was saying that when I was talking about downshifting, that's one way of slowing down and or stopping. The first and most common is to push the clutch pedal in, put the vehicle in neutral, and then push the brake. Second, and kind of a little bit more advanced in my opinion, is to push the clutch pedal in and the brake pedal in simultaneously. Another way of doing that is to push the clutch pedal in and then slowly push the brake. You're kind of doing the same thing as the second way, but you're doing a little bit different. And the most advanced, in my opinion, is to downshift. Now, it's also, as I said earlier, it's also my favorite way to slow down and or stop. However, I don't do it as often as I'd like, because when you downshift, your brake, people, if there's somebody directly behind you or somebody close behind you, they won't see brake lights. They may not be aware that you're slowing down, and you run the risk of getting rear-ended or something like that. That's why, people will say, well, they just need to be more aware that if they hit you, that's their own problem. It's like, well, yes, but I like to be courteous to other drivers and not downshift if I can avoid it, if I can avoid a wreck. And again, I do apologize if this is a little bit different and a little bit less liked by some of my viewers, but I just thought I'd do a little bit different this time. Rather than talking to the camera while I was driving, I figured I'd do a voiceover and explain things, and just let you watch the video while I was explaining certain things. But as always, I'm going to continue posting as often as I can, continue uploading as often as I can. The reason I decided to do a stick shift vehicle today, or how to drive a stick shift vehicle today, is because I haven't done one of these in probably a couple weeks, so I figured it was about time to do another one. Depending on how well this video performs, I may continue to do voiceover during these videos. I may continue to do these videos, whatever. I don't know. It just depends. I mean, if this video doesn't get any views, then I probably won't do another one. Maybe. I don't know. Either way, please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see everyone very, very soon.